Hey there, posture guys and gals, and welcome back to the show. As always, I'm your host, Justin Archer, aka the Posture Guy, your #1 source on pain, posture, and performance. And you may be asking yourself, Justin, it kind of looks like you're in the bathroom. Why? And you're absolutely right. I am in the bathroom, sitting on a toilet, and you probably figured out why by the name of this post, because this is the post all about pooping, posture, and poor digestion. So we're going to be going over how those three things correlate. I messed up on 3 things, but I got all the pain, posture, performance, pooping, poor digestion, all that stuff, So yay for me for getting as many P words in the first 30 seconds of this video. But I digress. Anyways, like I said, we're going to be going over pooping, posture, and poor digestion. And, these are 3 things that are very important and affect one another. Now, I know it's not common to talk about our pooping, right? It's something really personal, but I find it's a very common denominator amongst people who are in pain to have poor digestion and subpar poops, okay? So, you don't have to worry today. I'm not going to show you any actual, feces of any kind. I'm not going to drop trout. I am wearing shorts. They're going to stay on. This is simply educational about how to optimize your pooping through your posture, as well as, your other performance, digestion performance, cognitive performance, physical performance, okay? And there's some stuff that I can definitely add to this, and there's some resources that I want to share with you. Some people that definitely know more about digestion than me, all right? So let's get into it. So first of all, a few fun facts, right? Or reminders too. You think about it, it wasn't really that long ago that the toilet, really came into play. Before that, as humans, we would just, squat in a field behind a tree or a bush or something and do our business, okay? And I'm not sure history, you have to Google this or Wikipedia, but then when the toilet came out, believe it or not, it was actually invented by a watchmaker. And then later revised, I want to say about 100 years later, by a cabinet maker. So they're not exactly designed to be physiologically friendly, all right? Again, made by a watchmaker and a cabinet maker, which awesome for them for, thinking outside the box and creating something else than a watch or a cabinet, but again, it just doesn't work that well. And that's led to all kinds of pooping and digestion problems because the standard American toilet, and you also find the same toilet in a lot of other countries, it's just not set up to give us the best chance at pooping optimally, right? Versus you look at some toilets in other countries where literally it's just some places to put your feet on the side and a hole in the ground, right? I mean, they still have plumbing and a sewer system and that, disposes of it, but literally you poop and it goes down, but there's nowhere for you to sit, and those people don't have, I won't say any, but nearly as much digestion problems and hemorrhoids and constipation and, maybe some leaking or something going on down there as countries with the standard, toilet, okay? So, one, we're pooping in the wrong position, and you might think, okay, that's all good and fine and dandy, but what does pooping have to do with maybe my shoulder pain or my knee pain or my hip pain or your general health? Well, let's think back to, why do we poop in the first place? Why do we poop and pee, right? It's to get toxins out of us. So a lot of times when I recommend people to drink more water and they go, oh, but I have to go to the bathroom more often. And usually that's only for the first 1 to 2 weeks, and then it levels off because they're rehydrating and their body can absorb all that, right? And I said, yeah, that's normal, and then it evens out. You don't have to go to the bathroom as often. But also I tell them, think about it. You're complaining about having to go to the bathroom more often. Why do we as humans go to the bathroom? Either 1 or 2. It's to dispose of toxins in our body. So I'm sorry, probably as much sympathy as you're going to get from me as the world's tiniest violin, playing for you, because it's like you're complaining to me that you're getting rid of more toxins in your body. Oh, gosh darn, that really sounds terrible, right? But I understand, it's inconvenient. So what I want to go through today is how to optimize your trips to the bathroom. Because, I don't know about you, I love going to the bathroom. Not just for the sake of getting rid of toxins in my body, but literally, I come up with some of my best thoughts and ideas while I'm in the bathroom, whether it's in the shower, on the toilet, you know, seriously, the course that I'm coming up with, I think I had that thought in either the shower or the toilet, but I can guarantee you it was in the bathroom. So absolutely love going to the bathroom. But there's a lot of people I talk to that, you know, after questioning and stuff, come to find out they're not going to the bathroom. And more importantly, especially number two, they're not going sometimes for days. I've even met some people who have gone for, you know, 10 days without going to the bathroom. Yeah, no shit. Pun intended. And it's like, just imagine all that toxic waste, that buildup, and then all that is seeping through their intestinal wall and going back into their system. So if they're already suffering from, say, lower back or hip pain, right? They have a structural problem why they have inflammation, pain. Now, they're poisoning their body because they can't go to the bathroom and get those toxins out. So they're dumping biochemical inflammation on top of structurally caused inflammation. It's like dumping, you know, gas on a fire. Just no good can come from it, okay? But there's also usually a reason why people can't go to the bathroom, why they're constipated. And it usually has to do with their posture. Now this is usually, again not always, but usually something found in people who have the condition 3 posture. If you've never seen any of the videos I've done where I discuss the difference between the 3 conditions, a condition 3 is somebody, probably the most noticeable tell is they have a posterior pelvic tilt, right? So it looks like they have no butt at all, it's tucked under, usually their back is around, something like that. And you can imagine why they can't poop is because they can't get their hips and their pelvis in the right position, basically that trap door to open, so they can go, all right? But that is changeable, right? I've actually, this is going back years, but I was working with a woman once in San Diego in a clinical setting, and you know, she came in classic condition 3, butt tucked under, you know, no butt whatsoever. And she had actually told me that she usually doesn't have a bowel movement for 10 days. I mean, so she was just full of it, literally. And we put her through some exercises to basically get her pelvis to unlock from this position to go more into a neutral position so she can move this and then get this out, right? Because if this is trapdoor shut, you can push and strain, but nothing's going to come out. So we did some exercises, and a few of them of which I'm going to link to down below. I'm going to put an exercise, a optimizing your pooping exercise routine for your posture to get your pelvis to be able to move into the right position so you can have an optimal bowel movement, okay? And I tell you what, this lady, she was in her early 80s. When it happened to her, we were about on the second to last, I think, exercise. And she was lying there. It's in the static position. You'll see it's called towel settle with strap. She's lying there, relaxed and everything. And I went to go get a drink of water. And, you know, I was only like 10 feet away from her or something, filling up my water bottle. And she goes from relaxed on the ground to, oh! And I've never seen, I think she was 82, 83, I've never seen a woman in her, or anybody for that matter, in their young 80s, early 80s, just jump up. She almost did one of those like ninja hop-ups, took the strap off of her knees and ran to the bathroom. And I knew what had happened. She came back and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no, you don't have to. Like, when you gotta go, you gotta go. She's like, yeah. And she goes, I feel so much better. And she probably lost, you know, like pounds of toxins and everything. So I said, yeah, that's actually great. I'm really glad that happened for you. And I go, this is something that should regularly happen, you know, at least once a day. You know, there's tons of studies that say, you know, how many times you should go, what consistency it should be. And I even posted down below, if you've never seen the Bristol stool chart, so you can basically gauge the quality, you know, of your poops, what they should look like. You know, if they're harder and drier or in kind of in pellets, you're most likely dehydrated, and then it goes all the way to, you know, if you're suffering from diarrhea, you know, maybe you're sensitive to certain foods you're eating. But, and again, I know it's something people don't like to talk about, it's gross, it's poop, it's yicky, but poop is a great way of actually testing and measuring what's going on inside of us, right? It's like if you want to know the quality of your bones, you look at your teeth, because you can see those, right? But you can't look at your bones inside your body unless, you know, with like an x-ray or something like that, which, you know, most of us don't have in our homes. So teeth are a great way to test, you know, to look at our health, and poop is a good way to look at the quality of, you know, how our organs doing, our digestive tract and all that. And then I know I'm flip-flopping between how all these things correlate, but stick with me here. How do you think your digestive tract and other organs are if your posture is, excuse me as I go to frame a little bit, but if your posture is like this and everything is being squished down? It's not going to be able to work as well, right? Even think of just your diaphragm and your lungs. Try to take a breath like this, and it's kind of hard and restrictive, versus if you're upright and you go, it's easy and effortless, right? So again, that's another way that posture can affect your digestion and other daily bodily functions. But for this sake, we'll keep in the context of digestion and pooping. Okay, so check out those exercises down below. Probably the easiest, because you'll see, I think I don't know if there's like 8 or 9 of them or whatever. For a lot of people, a simple frog position, which I'll link to that one down below, for 2 or 3 minutes, puts your pelvis in the right position so you can go. Now, once you've got, ideally, you're bringing the best aligned body to the toilet so you can have optimal bowel movements, poops, whatever you want to call them. I know there's plenty of other names. Then you want to look at how can we hack the toilet? How can we optimize the toilet to again, even better our poops, okay? So we get everything out, so we don't have to strain and all that, okay? Well, there's a great device called the Squatty Potty. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. I'll link to it down below, or put a video, okay? Like I said, plenty of good resources. I'll put that below. I'll put the stool chart so you can look to see where you fall in that chart from poops, how awesome your poops are. I'll also put some links to I believe it's called SCD Lifestyle, and also Underground Wellness with Sean Croxton. And those guys, 3 of them in there, they definitely, the digestive side, know a lot more than me about, again, the nutrition side, if maybe you're dealing with Crohn's disease or maybe you have celiac or something like that. So definitely check them out. But one thing I know we all recommend is the Squatty Potty. And the Squatty Potty is a little stool, and I wish I could pan down here, but I don't have anybody working the camera behind here. But it's a little stool that sits underneath your toilet that when you go to the bathroom, you can pull out and you set your feet on top of. So it puts your pelvis, you're almost kind of in a squatting position, so you can have better elimination, okay? And I'll link to Squatty Potty's website. I think that there's like 3 models. There's like a plastic one, a wood one. There's some different heights, for different ages or different, depending on how tall you are. But I think they start at like $25, so they're really affordable. And if you wanted to test it out before even buying one, just take like a wastebasket, which you probably have in your bathroom, right? Flip it upside down, put it in front of you, and then simply put your feet on it, right? And now you're really more in a squatting position. So if you've done the exercises, you've already opened that trap door, and now you're sitting on the toilet in a much better posturally aligned position, basically, that will allow you to have those optimal poops, okay? So I think that, really covers it all. Again, if you're still watching, thank you for sticking with me. Again, I know pooping is something that a lot of people don't like to talk about, but let's be honest, we all do it, and we all should be doing it regularly, and we kind of have to get over that, we shouldn't be talking about it because it's important, and optimizing that is just another way of helping improve your posture, get out of pain, and just live the best quality life possible. All right, so anyways, thank you for joining me in the bathroom today. I hope you learned a lot. I definitely recommend you go check out those other resources that I'll link to below. And if you know anyone who may be suffering from digestive problems, maybe having some suboptimal poops, then please forward this onto them. I'm sure they would really enjoy it and appreciate it. You forward it on to them. I know I would as well. And I look forward to seeing you inside the next video. Until then, take care and keep moving. And happy pooping.